Hey guys, everything new under the sun. Well, as we look toward the end of days, and not only that, the lasting end minutes or the last minutes of the last day that I think we're in, you look at the countries that are building up for war, and the Bible says there will be wars, rumors of wars, and nation will rise against nation in the last days. The other thing is that we know that Ezekiel 38 comes into play, and Russia is a major player in the Ezekiel 38 prophetic war. And so what they just came out with is effectively a MECHWARRIOR. This is a robot for defense and offense, I guess, for the military, produced by the Kalashnikov company that produces the weapons, the machine guns. And this, like I say, it's a MECHWARRIOR that a human can go into. You see the black screened area there. A human can go in there and operate this machinery. Well, this is a 13-foot killer robot, and this is on display at the Army 2018 fair near Moscow. A well-known Russian company, weapons company, just unveiled its newest deadly weapon. Kalashnikov concern presented the large bulletproof robot that's currently in development at the fair. About 1,200 Russian defense companies and weapon manufacturers take part in this particular event. So a bit about this. Kalashnikov concern, who's Russia's largest assault weapons manufacturer, posted a video about the machine, and I'll put the link in the description. You can check this out. And the technology that went into the design of the odd-looking RoboCop. I don't know why they didn't call it a MECHWARRIOR. It seems to me like exactly what it is, a MECHWARRIOR, if you're familiar with those. The promising goal of using the anthropomorphic complex is to solve engineering and combat tasks, basically to make it stronger and more resilient against small arms, etc., to allow them to control an area. The development of the technologies will be demonstrated at the next forum, it says, and these are the sorts of things you might expect to see marching into Israel in Ezekiel 38 if they get enough of these out. It's an interesting development. According to Fox News, the gold robot, which the company called a controlled bipedal walker, aka a MECHWARRIOR, reportedly weighs 4.5 tons and can hold objects with its claws. Those objects could mean this robot could hold weapons, absolutely. I mean, it's being created by Kalashnikov. It's going to be an offensive weapon, absolutely, for them. Based on size, the killer robot could wield any weapon it or its operator chooses. So it could use hold missile launchers or even smaller arms weapons if it wants to. Whatever, I guess, they can fit into its hands. The cabinet can be seen behind the robot's glass panels. This is where I was talking about, where people could sit and operate it from the inside. The gold robot is called Igorek and is still in development. Its creators do not have any desire to reveal all of its features until fully completed. So I'm guessing this is going to be fully autonomous, but you could hop in there as a human and operate this thing. Pretty interesting stuff, and it's one of the latest things in terms of anthropomorphic vehicles for the military. And the military is looking for the next super soldier. And they put together exoskeletons which increase human performance, but I really do think with robotics, etc., the MECHWARRIOR is kind of the next iteration of hand-to-hand combat, of warfare in cities, etc. I think this is the future if we get that far. They may not get this far. They may still have to resort to humans with weapons in their hand, running through streets and tanks and such. But as you look at Russia in the last days, they will be a major power. And according to this, they are still at the forefront of weapons technology with hypersonic systems, nuclear weapons, and now these MECHWARRIORs, which they could ramp this up. I don't see any problem with the robotics technology these days. They could ramp this up in the next couple of months and get this out on the street and being used, if only human controlled at this point, but then sometime in the very, very near future, automatically controlled, by AI and whatever, and being able to swarm like they swarm drones, for example. You'd have a swarm of these robots, basically pushing forward offensives, whether it be in Ukraine or in Ezekiel 38. So these are sorts of weapons up and coming that I think we could definitely see on the battlefield. Interesting stuff, guys. I'll put the link in the description. You can check it out. And thanks for watching. I'll leave it there. We'll see you guys in the next video.